And live from Syosset, you're watching Friday Night Hockey on the Long Island Sports Network. Your home for AAU Farmingdale State College Rams action. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jack Ziskin. On behalf of the entire crew here at Iceworks in Syosset, I'd like to thank you for tuning in for tonight's matchup between the Farmingdale Division II Rams and Columbia. Exciting matchup here tonight between these two clubs. The first meeting between the two as Columbia just joined the AAU circuit this season. Coming into tonight, they will have their starting netminder, Michael Cullen, between the pipes. This will be his 8th start of the year. Correction, 4th start of the year, my apologies. .915 save percentage on the season, 2-1. He's allowed 14 goals against on 164 shots against. So GAA isn't great, save percentage looking okay. On the other side, for the Farmingdale State College Rams, their starting netminder for tonight's matchup, Luke Richardson, will be making his 8th appearance here tonight. Coming into the matchup, Richardson has gone 4-2-1. He's allowed 26 goals against on 221 shots against, 882 save percentage, 373 GAA. And as we take a look at his last outing, that came against Stony Brook Division III last December. Gave up just 2 goals on 23 shots against and has been stellar for the majority of the season. Leading scorers entering tonight's matchup. Brendan Dixon leads the league in points with 63, assists with 38, and he's second in goals with 25. An exciting matchup between these two clubs here tonight. Looking at the standings in the Empire Division, Rams sitting at 11, 5-1 in conference play. They're first place in the division. On the other side, Columbia sitting in 5th place in the Empire Division. Horn will sound, so we're about to get underway here. Once again, I'd like to remind you to follow the @LI Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All the game recaps, highlights, and analysis from across Long Island. Also worth mentioning coming into tonight's matchup, Marco Malandrucolo entering tonight was tied for 5th in points. He's now dropped to 6th. He's got 36 on the season, 11 goals, 25 assists. But now we're going to take a quick break as the PA announcer announces the starting lineups, and we'll get a rendition of our very own national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And that was our very own national anthem here in Syosset. Start of the first period on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for all AAU college hockey action here on Long Island. As well, technically Stony Brook counts, but we have Hofstra and Farmingdale, so 2 out of 3. And starting lineups for tonight: Farmingdale in black, Brendan Dixon in the dot, flanked by Ian Riberich. Face off at center, and we're underway. It's been won by Dixon. Jensen with Riberich and Dixon as Dixon enters his zone, walks in, shot, goes wide of Cullen's cage. Looking to reset. Farmingdale forces a change of possession after Columbia settled it. Shot towards the slot. Play is broken up. Goodman gets it up and out. Dixon boxing out against Avenal, and then a shot from the point that ends up being intercepted by the defense. That was Saccone. Comes to Riberich. He'll chip and chase as Jensen heads out on the attack against Greg Safino. Forced a turnover. Couldn't get the shot off from the slot. Came to the point. Shot redirected off the stick of Paratori. Sent towards the net. It's going to be covered by Cullen. We get our first stoppage with 19-13 remaining in the period. A strong first shift from the Dixon, Jensen, Riberich line, and now heading out, we have Kevin Manzi, flanked by Marco Malandrucolo, and on the far side, appears on is Peter Abazis. Of course, you always want to have dark green numbers against black, so my apologies, blends in a little bit. Merviak shot from the point, redirected high. Abazis collects in the opposite corner, under pressure. And appears we're having an issue with the Ionia. My apologies. We'll get a whistle. Face off is won by the Rams. Shot from the point is deflected. Now heading up ice, it's Columbia with possession. They get the zone exit, but D'Alessandro forces a change of possession, resets the point, and then it's chipped in by the Rams. Baker Fox will chase. And then it's sent the length of the ice by Columbia. We'll get a stoppage here. And face off in the left wing dot. 18:25 to go. It's won by Columbia. Saberwall sending it around. Pass is broken up. Rams still on the attack, but Columbia momentarily had possession. But now the Rams take over. Pass towards the slot is broken up. Second attempt. And the Rams reset. Looking for the open man. Carried along the left wing half wall. Brazzi shot. Being deflected, puck comes to the point. Shot, turned aside, rebound is loose. Sent free in the slot, and Columbia gets the clear. Rams are forced to reset neutral territory. Merviak re-enters, cutting in along the left wing wall, towards the front. Ends up making the pass to the point. And Tommy Agavino keeps it in. Looking to get to work, puck comes back beneath the goal line. Shot towards the net, puck is loose in the slot, and Columbia can't get the clear. Held in at the line, shot, redirected, rebound, free, and it's a stop by Cullen. Stoppage comes to 17-18 remaining in the period. Face off, one back, Ram shot goes over. The net play will continue. Columbia with possession. And they get the zone exit. Heading up ice, sent in. And it goes all the way down. Icing is waved off and picked up by Joe Tambasco. And a turnover on an attempted zone exit forced by Ferrazzi. Rams have control. And lose it as they enter the zone. Looking the other way, it's 2-on-1 for Columbia. Coming in. Pass through the legs is broken up. A nice look, but got a bit too fancy that time. Rams break it up. And now looking to get to work. Cross ice pass intercepted. Puck comes loose in the slot. Rams trying to settle it. Comes out of the zone. A couple nice chances there created by Brandon Avazov. And now we get a stoppage here with 16:15 remaining in the frame. Brandon Avazov making his 6th appearance that time. Correction, 8th appearance. Appears to be an issue on one set of my notes. Avazov leads all of Columbia in points. My apologies for any confusion on my end. Defensive zone draw, left wing dot. And a bit of a late change there completed by the Rams as the draw is one forward. Riberich gets it up but not out of the zone. It's held in by Baker Fox. And now Columbia on the forecheck as a turnover. Riberich enters. 2-on-2, 3-on-2. Jensen trailing, but the pass is behind him. And heading the other way. Columbia had it momentarily. Apologies for any brief interruption in coverage, but as Goodman looks to reset. Shot from the point is deflected. Not nearly enough on that from Saberwall. Now Riberich tried to find, I believe that's Jensen on cut in from the far side. He has possession. Pass towards the slot is intercepted, and puck is sent up and not out of the zone. Kept in by Merviak. On the cycle, Jensen trying to settle it beneath the goal line. Puck comes to the point. Merviak sent towards the front, and it's redirected wide. Sent across the crease. Merviak steps into it. Shot towards center, and a shot from the slot. Rebound turned aside. The toe save from Cullen to keep the game scoreless. Rams can't hold it in. But now as they check up, Jensen completes his change. Got caught out there a little bit. It's Nick D'Alessandro on the forecheck. As Columbia tried to reset in the neutral zone, couldn't maintain possession since sent back in. Rohill Saberwall has it again. Nice reversal there beneath the goal line. Looking up ice with speed. Pass is deflected, but Columbia managed to enter Rams territory. Agavino sends it up. It's sent out, and it's knocked down by Zaffino and sent back into the zone momentarily by Columbia. Heading the other way, Agavino on the attack. But the puck ends up with Nick D'Alessandro, who resets in his own zone on his backhand under pressure. And we get a whistle for offsides. And that comes with 14:19 remaining in the frame. And it appears there's a penalty on the play. My apologies. It'll be a power play for your Rams. 2 minutes on the clock. Penalty assessed to Liam Murray. And the face-off is one back. D-to-D pass, but it comes out of the zone. Have to be a little bit more careful when walking a line like that. And now resetting. Rams re-enter. Cutting to the outside. Ferrazzi has possession. Looking towards the point. Makes the pass and walking in. Pass back to Dixon. And his pass towards the front. Trying to thread the needle to D'Alessandro on the back door. Held in at the line. Shot turned aside, and we get a whistle. Still waiting to get that official update on the penalty. My apologies. Face-off is won by the Rams. Pass comes to the point. Walking the line, Paratori. Looking. Makes the pass to the half wall. Ends up behind Abazis, who races after it. Comes back to the point for Paratori, and a turnover, and now heading the other way. Columbia has possession, 3-on-2. Pass to the back door. Shot from Zaffino's turned aside. Rebound ends up going wide of the cage. Picked up by the captain, Dixon. He's looking up ice. Lead pass. Farmingdale's entered. Nick D'Alessandro ends up dropping off. Shot redirected into netting. We get another stoppage here. 39 seconds remaining on the power play. 12:57 remaining in the period. Defensive zone draw yet again for Columbia. Trying to kill off the last 39 seconds of this penalty. Rams have won the draw, walking the line. D-to-D pass, Merviak resets to the top of the line, and Saccone to Dixon. Puck comes back to Saccone. Rams haven't fired one towards the net, and that one from Saccone ends up, I suppose you could call it a shot, but ends up being blocked well before it can even reach the hash marks, in part because not enough on it and just completely telegraphed. Dixon heading up ice. He's on the backhand, cuts in, looking towards the slot, has his stick lifted, comes free. Columbia can't get the clear, but the penalty has expired. Farmingdale back at even strength against Columbia. Jensen looks to get to work on the cycle. Puck comes to Merviak at the point, but it slips past his stick. Rams resetting in transition. Merviak got it back on the D-to-D pass. Turnover, heading the other way. Columbia looking for a shot, and they get it, they score. A defensive zone turnover proves costly for the Rams, who get caught. And you're gonna watch it here. Just, you can't have these kind of defensive zone turnovers, and you certainly can't have them in your own zone. And that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing maybe a bit too, I don't want to say lax, but just have to be a little bit more disciplined in your own zone. And we saw here they made the Rams pay. It's going to be a 1-0 lead for Columbia. Rams looking to head the other way, trying to answer back. And can't maintain possession in the zone. It's sent down. And now Farmingdale has to reset. Beneath their own net. Goal scored by Cal Robinson, assisted by Brandon Avazov. Now Farmingdale on a 2-on-1, but they can't get the shot off. Errant pass there. Have to put that tape to tape. No pressure, or at least not much pressure. There is Manzi on the attack, looking to spark a change in momentum, but Columbia has possession beneath the goal line. Looking to settle it, racing after it. But Manzi forces a turnover against Saberwall. Sent around the wall, comes up Agavino with a shot towards the net. And now Farmingdale looks to get to work on the rebound. Manzi's shot from an off angle is turned aside. Puck is sent out of the zone. I don't believe there's going to be enough on that for icing. And Farmingdale will get it. So, Farmingdale gets an icing. Puck comes, the face-off comes all the way back down into Columbia territory. They'll look to reset here. Face-off, tied up, eventually won by Columbia, but they can't get or maintain possession, that is, as Andreanov sent it in. The puck comes out to the point. Shot from D'Alessandro is redirected wide. Solid effort by Arthur Andrianov in the corner, but now as the redirection from Conlon goes wide, the turnover is forced by Columbia heading up ice. Cal Robinson has it poked off his stick, but Columbia gets a full change, and as the cone resets, Rams look to head up ice. Breaking free along the wall, cutting towards the center. Farmingdale with possession, but Alessandro has a stick lifted. And Columbia heads the other way. Entering the zone. Goodman pulls up, curling towards the wall, looking for a pass, can't find it. Sends it towards the slot, and that pass intended for Vazov is broken up. Puck is sent out of the zone, but it ends up bouncing. Have to be a little bit cleaner there, and now entering the zone. Rams with control. Drop pass, cross. And play is broken up. Puck is sent back in, looking to get to work on the cycle, but Rams can't hold the line. Puck comes out of the zone again, and now heading in one-on-one. Vazov coming in on the all alone. Shot! Save! Richardson, and a great play from Vazov, but here's the problem we're going to see here. And again, most of us, whoever laced them up, were never skilled enough to pull this move off. What a beautiful move. And then he gets a little bit too fancy, puts it through his legs, and shoots it right into the breadbasket. So you already got one highlight reel play. Maybe just settle for the quick shot. But that ends up working in Farmingdale's advantage as a pass to the back door is broken up. And now Columbia looks to get to work on the cycle, galvanized by that goal by Cal Robinson. Cutting up towards the slot, looking for a shot. It's redirected, out of play. We get a stoppage with 9:02 remaining in the frame. It's a one-goal game. Columbia in the lead. This is the first meeting between these two programs. And it's a face-off in the Farmingdale zone. And it's one back. Merviak looking to settle it. Can't under pressure. 4 checkers on him, and now puck has left the zone. Dixon, his pass across, telegraphed, broken up, sent back into the zone. Play is on sides. Dixon, second effort, pass towards the slot. No one there for Farmingdale, and Columbia gets the clear. Looking to reset, sent back into the zone, and leaves as quickly as they entered. Columbia enters, and plays broken up yet again. Paratori looking to go D to D. Ends up in between Merviak and Riverich, who ends up collecting it, and then another turnover forced by Columbia. They carry it into their own zone, so Rams on sides, cutting towards the net. Riverich on his backhand, past the point, looking for a shot, can't find it, to the back door. Shot from an off angle goes well wide, and Paratori pinching in. Cuts towards the net, give and go, won't go. Off the wall, racing in Agavino to Jensen, looking towards the slot. And the pass ends up in the skates of Dixon. Jensen gets it back. Trying to move it back to Dixon. Comes to Riverich. Shot. And a glove save by Cullen. We get a stoppage here. .749 remaining. Both teams have settled in, but as a shot from the point is turned aside. Rams looking to get to work. They're trying to throw towards the front of the net each pass. Broken up as D'Alessandro cuts in. Shot redirected wide. Comes free. And a 2-on-1 developing. Cutting in. Breaks free. Shot! And it goes just wide of Richardson's net. Comes free. Held in at the line. Shot from the point. Redirected wide. And they almost had it there, but ends up going wide from the back door. Now 2-on-1 for the Rams. Coming in, pass across. Shot, scores! Peter Abazis levels the playing field, and we have our first Rams goal of the night. And you see it here first, coming in. And they draw that defender out. You always want to play the pass as a defender, but just an excellent job drawing Baker Fox out of position, and Peter Abazis makes them pay. It's all even, 7:10 remaining. Face off, one back by Dixon. D to D, lead pass, Riverich chips it in, so since he got a stick on it, no icing, and now he's won the race to the puck. Settles it to Dixon. He gets tied up by Safino. Second effort. Turnover force. Riverich can't get the shot off, but Riverich gets it back. Shot from the point redirected. Comes out to the point. Comes to Dixon. Backhand pass. Shot! Just wide of Cullen's cage. Nearly tic-tac-toe, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Bit of a dated reference, but holds true. And now Linder heading up ice. Forces a change of possession. Sent towards the slot. Ends up on the opposite side. Now Dixon coming up ice. 1-on-2. Cuts the outside. Fires a shot, and that's stopped by Cullen. He's done a good job of coming out of his, not necessarily out of his crease, but coming out, taking away the angle, and hasn't given his opponents much to work with. That one goal coming on a 2-on-1 when they really didn't give it. Columbia really didn't give their netminder much of a chance, in all honesty. Face off is one back. Shot from the point. Merviak fans on it. Play is tied up near the red line, and Merviak rescues it. Sent back down into the zone, and turnover. Farmingdale's re-entered. Paratori looking for a pass. That play is broken up. Peter Abazis assisted by Nick D'Alessandro. Rams lead pass comes up the wall. Farmingdale looking to reset, heading up ice with speed. Barazzi enters under pressure, drops it off, cross, shot, blocked, and now heading the other way. Saberwall, lead pass, entering, cutting to the outside. It was Vazov, but he's now beneath the goal line. Merviak ties him up, does a nice job there, and makes the pass up the wall. Resetting. Columbia chipping it in against Donald Pace, who tried to prevent that one, but settled for his team regaining possession. And now Farmingdale looks to get the work pass. Couldn't be settled by Conlon, and heading the other way, Tambasco makes the lead pass. It's been chipped in by Liam Murray. Puck comes up out of the zone. Conlon tied up by Tabasco. And he goes to the ice, blew a tire there. And Rams looking to settle it. Can't come away with it. Murray heading the other way. Battle for possession. Columbia chips it in. Theo Schulman that time, and now puck comes to Conlon. He looks up ice, sends it off the wall. Tabasco got a stick on it. Sent in by Andrianov. My apologies. That's me stuck in my throat there. That was Andrianov, but now Columbia heading to the way. Cal Robinson loses possession. Lead pass, looking across. Rams enter, shot from Conlon right in the breadbasket of Cullen. We get another stoppage, and Luke Richardson versus Michael Cullen. Cullen's already faced 12 shots this period. He's turned aside 11 of them. Richardson, not much he could have done on that goal. Only faced 3 shots, though, so something to keep an eye on. You never want, as a goaltender at least, to not be facing that many shots. Your team might love it until you get a bit cold out there, and that can cause some problems down the stretch. Abazis has sent it back in. Farmingdale on the attack. Manzi forces a turnover. Puck comes to D'Alessandro, walking in from the half wall, looking for a shot, carrying it across the slot. Poked off his stick, but he settles it. At the line, sends it towards the net. Glove down, shot, scores! And the pass to Manzi, who ties it up. And we get a stoppage here. Farmingdale jumping out to a 1-goal lead, and you see it here. There's a strong play. And they find Manzi on the back door. Face-off will come to center. Rams take a 1-goal lead after dropping the first of the game. Face-off, one back. Farmingdale. Lead pass. Comes to D'Alessandro. He cuts in. Back out. Pass across. All alone. Shot! Save! Cullen. All alone. No one but him and the goaltender, and Cullen makes the stop. He doesn't bite on those fakes, and as a player, you have to be prepared for that, because we're going to cut this short here because there's a face-off, but just because the goaltender squared up, that doesn't mean your only option is to shoot it right at him. 3:29 now remaining in play. Rams have jumped out to a 1-goal lead after giving up the first of the game. Manzi in the dot for the Rams. Tied up. Columbia can't secure possession. Vazov sends it out, and now Columbia providing pressure, but Abazi heads the other way. Coming in, shot, cross, puck is loose, saved by Cullen. Rams actually couldn't generate much of a quality chance there, which was a surprise, but they hold it into the line. Pass towards the front. Pass, shot, saved by Cullen, and tried to find Manzi on the back door, couldn't connect. Rams still looking. To find their third of the game, and heading the other way now with speed. Cotton to the outside. Pulls up on his backhand, looking for a pass to the slot. Drops it off. Dixon takes over under pressure from Avazov. Vezov, my apologies. Puck is headed all the way down. Tambasco goes D to D with Nandon. Play is broken up. Ribberich sends it in, and Zaffino takes over. Sends it to Tambasco, looking up ice. Carries it. Across the blue line, pulls up into the slot on his backhand. Looking for a pass, can't find it. Curls, fires, shot turned aside by Richardson. Nice blocker save, and we get a whistle here. Strong save by Richardson is some excellent work from Columbia that time, and they did a good job creating time and space. It's a shot, they score. Game is tied. Avezov knots things up. And just a quick shot off the draw. So you're going to see a bit of that, a bit too much of that really here on the replay, but this is why face-offs are so important, and when you win that one back, Vezov steps right into it, says thank you very much, and the Bottle Rocket ties the game. 2:03 now remaining in the first period of regulation. And the face-off is controlled by the Rams. They've entered Columbia territory. They left as soon as they did. And then an attempted pass towards Vezov was broken up. All knotted at 2 here. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Pass coming to Goodman, who resets to Zaffino. He's under pressure, looking up ice. Has time, makes the pass across center. Comes free, one-on-one. Vezov, shot! Goes just wide. Now battle on the wall, Nandon tied up. Cross, resending to the defense. Vezov on the forecheck. Paratori resets the cross. Under pressure, comes back to Paratori. Lead pass for Ozzy. He enters. Cutting to the outside. Wraparound attempt, net comes off. We get a whistle here. Stoppage coming with 1:04 remaining in the frame. You're watching AAU hockey on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for Farmingdale State College Rams action, and not only Division II team, Division I as well. Columbia, not really sure what that was from Vezov coming into the face-off circle about a minute before the puck was dropped, but Rams heading in, penalty has been drawn, and we get a stoppage again with 58.3 seconds remaining. Rams heading back to the power play this time, and the culprit appears to be Weston Goodman for Columbia. Face off, one back to the point. Brazzi. Pass to the left wing half wall. Bazzi's across to Dixon. Pulls up in front, and it slips right through. And we get another stoppage here. 1:49 remaining in the frame, and I'll wait and see what this was. Appears the net came off. Apologies, power play clock did not start, so Just correcting that. It appears there's another penalty going against Columbia. Waiting for the update from the scorers booth. They do a terrific job, though. Sure, that'll be up shortly. Make that the third penalty of the game for Columbia, so it's now 5-on-3. Reset the clock to 2 minutes. 1:49 remaining on the first penalty. Face-off is one back, but they want it back too far. Paratori goes D to D. Ferrazzi with possession. Now Paratori enters. 5-on-3 man advantage. Rams on the attack. Peter Abazis, 1 goal, 1 assist here tonight. Makes the pass to D'Alessandro, to Dixon, to Ferrazzi, back to Dixon. Walks in, fires a shot, it's blocked, settles it, rebound. Sails over the net, rebound comes free in front. D'Alessandro under pressure, turnover force. Heading up ice, Avezov. Dixon on the back check, but can't catch up. Coming in on the breakaway, shot! And they score the short-handed goal. Awe-inspiring work from Brandon Avezov, and took my breath away on that one. Just absolutely, positively outstanding. And scoring a shorthanded goal is one thing. Scoring it on a 5-on-3 man advantage for your opponent, even more impressive. As the Rams can't enter the zone, we get a stoppage here. When we come back, there'll be 1:14 remaining on the penalty. But for now, we're going to head to the intermission here on the Long Island Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the Zamboni comes on, and we get a clean sheet to start the second. Columbia leads 3-2. Don't go anywhere. We're coming right back. And we're back from the break. And the Rams are on a 5-on-3 man advantage. But they just gave up a shorthanded goal on said 5-on-3. Brandon Vazov from Belmore, New York, lighting up the Rams here tonight for Columbia. Columbia scored 3 goals on 4 shots in the first period, but no change in net as far as I can tell. Not necessarily going to blame your netminder for giving up a shorthanded breakaway goal. Brendan Whalen is the backup tonight, so that might be something to watch if Farmingdale looks to change the momentum. 3 penalties in the first period, tripping, and cross-checking, all committed by Columbia. And the face-off at center is won by the Rams. 5-on-3 man advantage. They're resetting in their own zone. Dixon pulls up along the left wing half wall. Feathers one over. Walking in, Paratori. Pass to the corner. Abazis walks in to Dixon. Shot. Scores! Off the glove and into the back of the net. Brendan Dixon ties the game. And some goals the netminder might want back, because Dixon, it's a nice shot, and he's got a heavy shot, all right. Like, this isn't an easy player to stop from scoring. He's second in the league in goals for a reason, but when you're a netminder, you don't necessarily want to give up the ones that glance off your glove. But we now have a tie game, 3-3, courtesy of Brendan Dixon, the captain for the Farmingdale State College Rams Division II team, and now he's heading up ice, looking to retake the lead. Cutting into the outside, looking to cut back in towards the slot, looking for a pass. Can't find it. Continues to carry, past the point. Paratori, give and go. Dixon has it poked off his stick, and now heading the other way. Vazov, 2-on-1. Pass across, but ends up just behind his target. A nice look nonetheless. Heading up ice now, 1-on-1. Cullen comes out of his net. Sends it off the wall. Puck is loose. Cullen trying to race back to his creases. Columbia gets clear. Vazov has slipped behind the defense. No icing on the play. Richardson came out to play it. Sent it around the wall. 5-on-4 is over. Vazov on the attack. Rams force a turnover. They've chipped it in. They'll go for a change. Vazov hanging behind the defense. They find him. Coming in on a breakaway. Shot! And a save by Richardson. He sets it down. And the Rams are going to have to watch out for that hanger. They're fortunate that Vazov put that right in the breadbasket of Richardson. Now coming in. Pace forced to pull up. Looking for a pass. Broken up in the slot, and just not much of an angle there. Turnover forced, and it's sent all the way down on net. Richardson gets the cover. We get a stoppage with 17:51 remaining. And a face-off in the defensive zone for Farmingdale. One by Columbia, racing after it. Cal Robinson, he opened the scoring. Gave Columbia an early 1-0 lead, and on the forecheck there. But now Rams get it clear. Puck heads down, but the race is initially appeared like it's going to be won by Manzi, but did not come away with it. Face-off came all the way down. 17:33 remaining. Manzi back in the dot versus Nandon. One back by the Rams. They send it up and out of the zone. Puck rolls on cross, and Zafino manages to rescue it at the red line. Moved it over to Linder, but now the Rams have regained possession. Cross again, sends it up the wall. Zafino takes over. Tried to go D to D. Tambasco pulls up. Backhand pass to Zafino. Looking towards Robertson. Can't find him, and tries, sends it up the wall. Held in by the Rams. Sent towards the net. Cullen bats that one aside. Rams pick it up. Sent towards the slot. Cross looking for a shot. Can't find it. Tied up. Loose. And Tambasco sets it down. Batting it out of midair. Heading up ice. Chipped in. Nandon on the chase. Rams. D'Alessandro boxes him out. As they went in for the hit, D'Alessandro gave him the worst of it. Shot from Dixon is turned aside by Cullen, but he didn't know where that was as it came out of there. That was Michael D'Alessandro, by the way, 91 in black for Farmingdale State College. Turnover force at the line. Coming in, Dixon. Pulls up. Shot. Turned aside again. Jensen on the attack. Dixon is feeling it right now, but Zafino has possession. Looking towards Cal Robinson. Doesn't like what he sees. Goes D to D to Tambasco. He makes pace miss, and then Jensen on the attack, but Columbia defender cuts in. Tambasco still has possession. Pass is deflected, and turnover force in the slot. Dixon looking up ice. Lead pass deflected off Robinson, and then Pace couldn't get enough of it as he recovers. Jensen's offsides. Dixon resetting. He pulls in on his backhand, cuts towards the slot, fires a shot. That's blocked. Rebound collected. Comes towards the slot again. Rams can't settle it. Merviak on the back check now. Heading up ice. Avazanov. Saucer pass. Robinson. Correction. My apologies. That's actually 8. That would be Will Kinsha. Manzi in the dot versus Cotton, and Manzi gets the better of him that time. Rams looking up ice. Pass intended to spring D'Alessandro. That goes all the way down. There's an icing going against the Rams, and they lost that race. A good effort by Weston Goodman. Committed one of 3 penalties for Columbia in the first period, and the Rams lead their division. And the face-off has been won. Vazanov's shot is blocked. Comes out, rebound, glancing off the blocker of Richardson. And in the corner along the left wing half wall, Abazis tries to force the 3 of Vazanov. Shot turned aside. Puck comes to Abazis. Lead pass off the skate of D'Alessandro. Cotton has it. Cutting to the outside, chips it to himself off the wall, racing after it, but his pass towards the slot is broken up. And Nick D'Alessandro takes over. Lead pass up the wall, and Manzi gets tripped up at the line. No call on the play. Officials deem that he skated into the defender's stick, and you can't necessarily argue if it's. The Cone has possession. Definitely no call for it from the Farmingdale bench, which is as good an indicator as any. Nick D'Alessandro's entered, looking for Manzi. It's poked off his stick, and puck comes out. Michael D'Alessandro rescues it. Enters, pulls up under pressure, breaks through. Shot, glove save, and a beauty for Cullen. Rams getting outshot 5-2 here in the second period, so defensive zone draw for Columbia. They win it forward, held in at the line, shot towards the net, but not on it, and the rebound stopped by Cullen. Face off in the right wing dot. And it's controlled. My apologies, appear to have had an issue with the headset. It's a 3-3 game now here in the second period. Heading up ice, Vazov. Correction, it's actually 25 on 26. That would have been, my apologies. Will Emmer. Puck heads back down. Rams go D to D, lead pass coming towards cross. And Columbia forced turnover, cross checks up, but not in time. We get a stoppage for offsides. And the face-off is won by the Rams. And they send it in, settled. Columbia with possession. Zaffino has it. Heading up ice, play is broken up. And it's sent all the way down. D'Alessandro wins the race, icing is waved off, looking for the slot. Pass is deflected. Bazis recovers. Paratori at the line, went D to D, walks in, shot, redirected, rebound. Abazis can't settle it. Second attempt, sends it over the net, and he's going to want that one back. 13-13 remaining in the frame if you're just joining us. And if you're just joining us, my apologies. Quick issue with the headset. Brendan Dixon scoring the equalizer on the power play here in second stanza. Face off, one. Columbia heading up ice. They've entered the zone. Shot goes wide. Sent back around by Columbia. A couple ones just sailing well wide here. And then a turnover forced by the Rams. They get it up and out, and turnover again, and Goodman on the attack, but Rams head up ice. They've entered, coming in, looking for a shot. Sent towards the net, towards Jensen. He's sent into the Columbia net. We get a stoppage. Jensen talking to the officials. Wanted a call, won't get it. Brendan Dixon, the goal scorer here in the third period. 19:35 remaining on the power play. Peter Abazzi's picking up his third point of the night. Joe Paratori picking up an assist as it's all knotted at 3. Face off, one back. Columbia with possession, but they're in their own zone, looking for the clear. Sent up and not out. Jensen got a skate on it. Now the Rams reset. Merviak to Paratori, looking up ice. Sent into the zone, knocked down. Sent out by Saberwall. Left, Merviak with possession. Looking across. Riberich has it. And the puck sails all the way down, but it's on net, so no icing on the play. Paratori takes over. Lead pass. 3-on-2 if the Rams hurry. They did not, and now that opportunity slips through their fingers, and the shot on net. Rebound corralled by Columbia. They look to head up ice. Play is broken up. Picked up by Jensen. Pass towards the slot. Riberich can't connect, and then Dixon to Jensen. Back to Riberich. To Jensen again. Back to Riberich. And it's redirected off the Columbia player. Just a lot of passing from Farmingdale, and now coming in, D'Alessandro's pass across the slot, and sometimes you're better off just shooting for the rebound and hoping somebody can cash in on it. But instead, Columbia heading down to Vazov, cutting to his backhand, looking for the wraparound. It's stopped by Richardson. Sent up the wall. Turnover forced. Jensen couldn't settle it. Michael D'Alessandro can't either. Cotton coming in. Pass across. It's deflected. And they score. A shot from the slot. And Columbia retakes the lead. We're going to roll that replay. My apologies, had a bit of an issue there, but you can see, go to the net, good things happen. It certainly worked out for Columbia. Just put it on net. But too much passing by the Rams in the offensive zone, and Columbia made them pay once they got out of it. They now retake the lead. It's a 4-3 game. And the face-off is won by the Rams. They have possession. Weston Goodman from Johnny Cotton and Brandon Evazov. Looking up ice now, Rams looking to answer back. They enter the zone. Shot on net, and it's stopped by Cullen. Didn't ask him to do much there. Glove save for the Columbia netminder. After outshooting Columbia 14-4 in the first frame, Rams have been outshot 6-3. 1 goal apiece for each team, but that puts Columbia in the lead. Face off, one back by the Rams. D-to-D, Michael D'Alessandro walks in, shot. Rebound is free, but it's covered by Cullen. Rams unable to cash in on a prime scoring opportunity. 10:46 now remaining in the period. Both teams trading leads here. Columbia took the first lead of the game. Rams got it right back and then coughed it up at the end of the second period. They tied the game, but now Columbia back out by 1. Ferrazzi up front, shot. And not much on it. Backhand attempt turned aside, and Rams just not getting the puck to the net. Looking for the pretty play, and that one's redirected just wide. Rams will look to get to work, but a turnover. Evazov enters, cutting in, slips through, pulls up, curls towards the net to his backhand. Cutting towards the front, and the play is broken up. He recovers under pressure. Boxing out a defender. Turnover forced at the line. Sent past Safino. A chance now in transition. Racing ahead, it's Pace. Pulling up against Tambaska. Curls towards the wall, towards the slot, and that pass is broken up. Good effort from Johnny Cotton and Tambaska on that one as we get an icing here. Cotton was the one on the Rams as they enter the zone. My apologies. But as soon as that ends, Rams just not getting a ton of shots on net here, and you can look for the pretty pass, but at the end of the day, you've given up 4 goals here tonight, and a lot of them have been on prime scoring chances. So it's Manzi in the dot, matched up against Cotton. Rams trailing yet again. Face-off is won by Columbia. With possession, Safino goes D-to-D, but Manzi gets a stick on it, racing after it, but behind the play, Rams take a penalty, and as they touch up, can't send a player stick flying, and, well, Michael Malandrukalo will have 2 minutes to learn that lesson as Columbia heads to the power play. Happened entirely behind the play, so if we had a replay of it, we would show it to you, but just completely behind the play, we turn around, and all of a sudden, Malandrukalo is sending Brandon Evazov stick flying. So it's a defensive zone draw. Dixon out against Cotton. And the draw is won by the Rams. They send it up and not out of the zone. Held in by Tambaska. His backhand pass goes awry off the wall. Lead pass. Looking for Riberich. Play is broken up. Evazov re-enters. Coming in. It's past defender shot, ends up trickling wide, was redirected, then Merviak gets the clear. Evazov carving through the Farmingdale defense like there's no tomorrow. Tambasco settles it. Lead pass comes to Safino. And Columbia's done a good job of dictating the pace here. They just play with such poise. And Evazov, a large reason why they can do that. Pass initially broken up by Riberich. Second attempt comes down low. Rams on the attack. Merviak can't force a change of possession. Comes out to the line. Shot from Evazov is blocked. Ends up being redirected into the corner. Comes back to Cotton. He's under pressure. Pulls up. Curling in. Walks in. Backhand pass towards Tambasco. Play is broken up. A strong poke check by Dixon. Rams heading up ice. 2-on-1. Evazov, the lone player back. Shot right in the breadbasket, and the Rams don't get a rebound. And there's now 50 seconds remaining on the penalty. My apologies, screen got a bit frozen on me there, and we'll now try and get that corrected. 50 seconds remaining on the power play, 8:35 remaining in the period. And face-off is won back by Columbia. They look to head up ice as Weston Goodman, who scored the go-ahead goal here in the second period after Columbia coughed up the lead, moves it over to Tambasco. Backhand pass all the way across to Vazov. Vazov pulls up, under pressure. Pace trying to lift the stick, does. Sends it the length of the ice. And Vazov just standing by the Rams blue line. 2 Rams defenders back, so it's going to give Columbia a lot of room in transition because they're not willing to let him slip by them again. Tambasco enters. Comes in pass, shot, save. Rebound is free. It's sent into the netting, and we get a stoppage with 2 seconds remaining on the power play. 7:48 remaining in the period. The penalty to Michael Malandrukalo for interference, I believe. Just going to double check that real quick. And two seconds remaining on the power play as it stands. Columbia unable to capitalize, but they have possession as we return to 5-on-5. Pass towards the slot ends up going awry as that pass was sailing high, and then sent all the way down. Cross wins the race against Zafino. Pulls up under pressure. Zafino takes a good angle against him that time, and now trying to tie Cross up. Rams recover. Pass towards the slot. Shot won't go for Manzi. He gets tripped up in the slot, trying to evade the netminder, Cullen. Heading up ice. Columbia with possession. Lead pass. They cut to the outside, looking to cut back in. Merviak forces Columbia to... They were looking for a pass. Not sure that's necessarily the shot they wanted, but nonetheless, it's the shot they got. So 7:08 remaining in the period. Defensive zone draw. Dixon in the dot for the Rams and ties them up. They win it back, and Merviak under pressure. Reverses it. Pass comes to Dixon now. Heading in 2-on-2 with Cross. Fires a shot. The fans on it. Trying to fire a shot, I should say. Now, shot, turn side, rebound. Still loose. Dixon can't get to it on the back door. Sent around the wall. Good play by Vazov. Zafino under pressure. Sends up the wall. Vazov's already jumped the gun, and Paratori races in. Cutting to the outside. Looking to cut back in. Has possession and ends up making the pass. Shot for the point. Redirected. And they score. The Rams tie things up yet again. And we get another stoppage here. Go to the net. Good things happen. The Rams, well, they had something good happen. And it's a small play. An unremarkable play, but the one that went in. And when they don't get too fancy, when they get to the front of that, you can argue that they're the better team. You can argue they're a much better team, actually, as Manzi won that forward, or tried to. Now it's come to Cal Robinson. His pass all the way across. Ends up going down, icing waved off. Columbia nearly forces a turnover. Saccone couldn't shield the puck well enough, and now the lead pass. D'Alessandro coming in on a breakaway. Shot! Save! Cullen. Columbia netminder shuts the door when it matters most. Pass to Robinson. Got the zone exit, and puck comes up ice. Heads back down the other way. But a turnover. Linder made the lead pass. Nandon had the zone entry, and now Farmingdale has the zone exit. They reset. Cross ice feed telegraphed. Broken up rather easily. Now Saberwall lead pass. Shot on net, and Richardson gloves it. And that stoppage with 5:37 remaining. It's a tie game here. Colin Cross with that last one, assisted by Joe Patori and Arthur Merviak. Patori has 2 assists on the night. It's also the first goal without any involvement from Abazis for Farmingdale. Face off. One initially by Columbia. They've moved it into the bottom right wing corner. Shielding the puck there is Shulman, but Rams force a turnover, and now looking to head up ice. Pass comes to Cross. Rams entering. Cross pulls up. Pass to the slot. Shot. Rebound comes free. Second attempt. Won't end up on net. Rams still have possession. Nobody in the slot, though, as they look to get back to work. A drop pass to Paratori. He gets taken down on the play. Pass through the slot. No one there. Racing in, it's Merviak. He holds it in. Pass towards the slot is broken up, and now a whistle. Rams bench. Big reaction there. Calling for a penalty for holding on to a broken stick, I believe, but they won't get it. Brought the stick to the bench relatively quickly. And the face-off, controlled by Columbia. They get the zone exit. Paratori racing after it with possession. Columbia gets a partial change here as the puck comes to cross. Lead pass, 2-on-1. Pass across, it's broken up. Comes free in the slot. Shot! Saved by Cullen. Second attempt ends up being blocked. Saberwall, turnover force. Rams have it. And another errant pass in the slot this time. And we're right back where we started. Farmingdale has checked up. Or no, cross jumped the gun here, and delayed offsides is still the call. Farmingdale calling for Dixon, but he doesn't seem to know. And we get a whistle now, and Rams bench not happy. So the face-off comes all the way down. Rams will get a full change, but Brandon Ivanzov and his line mates, Johnny Cotton and Weston Goodman, get the offensive zone draw. Puck comes to Ivanzov, walks in, shot right in the breadbasket of Richardson, who's made some key stops down the stretch during the second period. He faced 4 shots in the first period. He's faced 10 in the second. He's made 9 saves so far, and definitely more the performance he wanted after giving up 3 goals on his first 4 shots. Sent towards the slot. Doesn't end up on net. Sent up but not out of the zone. Rams continuing to press. They force a turnover. They have numbers if they hurry. Racing up ice is Michael D'Alessandro. Comes to Ian Riverich. Shot. Gloved but not grasped. On the rebound. Rams looking to get to work. Puck comes to Dixon. Sent towards the slot. Play is broken up. Tambasco to Zafino. And the lead pass broken up by Saccone, but it comes right back. Coming in. Columbia has control, looking for the passes. Slot shot was deflected. Puck is still loose. Ends up with Cotton. Looking for Ivanzov, finds him. Gives it right back. And then the give and go won't go. Rams forced to change of possession. They're heading up ice now. Cutting to the outside. Riverich pulls up and gets tripped up. Columbia heading the other way. Pass is deflected, broken up by Paratori as they tried to spring Goodman in transition, but now lead pass comes to Dixon. He enters, pulls up, shot, turned aside, and then a pass to the front. Shot, another stop by the netminder Cullen. Comes up to Linder, held in at the line, shot towards net, redirected, and it's covered by Cullen. And Rams have found some success getting shots on net. At the very least, they've done a much better job at maintaining possession, getting that coveted offensive zone time. And when you end up making too many passes, your first thought is, well, at least we control the puck, but it's as soon as that pass goes awry that it all comes crashing down. Hofstra sends it, correction, my apologies, Columbia sends it out of the zone. And then a turnover in transition. Paratori comes in against Zafino, cuts to the outside, looking to cut back in. Looks towards the slot, can't find a shot. Pass across, Abazis walks in. Shot, save, rebound is free. And the Rams can't find the back of the net. Puck comes free in the slot. Columbia looking for the clear. Held in by Abazis. Makes the lead, makes the pass cross. Rams looking to reset. Drop pass, walking in, Paratori. Fires, turned aside. Rebound comes back to Paratori in the corner. On the reverse, Abazis. Zafino trying to key in on him as Abazis comes in, pulls back up, looking for a shot. Ends up making the pass to Cutting Merviak, but rolls on him. Back to Abazis at the point. Back to Merviak, and then saucered across. Comes to the corner. Cutting towards the slot. Pass to Abazis. Goes across again. This time to Mike D'Alessandro, and then he loses the handle racing in against Zafino, but he manages to initially possess it, still has it, then slips back behind Zafino as he returns to the point. Merviak looked like he was about to set a screen there, but D'Alessandro curls towards the wall and then moves the puck over to Nick D'Alessandro, who's cutting in. Circles the net, looking for a pass, can't find it. Continues to maintain possession now. Abazis cutting towards the back door, pass is deflected, comes to a pinching Merviak. Less than a minute remaining in the period. Rams looking to capitalize late here as Merviak steps up but can't prevent the zone exit. Lead pass, broken up. D'Alessandro with possession. That's Michael, not Nick, as Nick has just gotten changed, if I'm not mistaken. Manzi deflecting that one in, collects in the corner, looking for cross, pass deflected. Now cutting towards the slot. Abazis looking to create traffic in front. Play is broken up by Vazov. Entering, pulls up, looking for the shot. Escapes one defender, has it poked off his stick, sent towards the wall. But it's Saberwall who takes over. On the cycle, Abazis forces a change of possession, comes back to the corner. Back to Saberwall. Abazis still racing after it. Shot from the point redirected. Vazov shot turned aside by Richardson. And the Rams send it up. Now the zone. Abazis racing after it. And we get a whistle for icing as with 1.2 seconds remaining, it'll be a defensive zone draw for the Rams. Then we're going to head to the second intermission. 1.2 seconds on the clock. Rams, the late flurry there, but face-off is won by Columbia. They went with the empty net, did not even gain possession before the buzzer sounded. So as we head to the intermission, it's a tie game, 4-4. We'll be right back on the Long Island Sports Network right after we get a clean sheet of ice. And we are back for the start of the third period on the Long Island Sports Network, the official partner of the Farmingdale State College Rams. It's a 4-4 game as we approach the start of the first period. Rams were outshot for the majority of the start of the third period, my apologies. Rams were outshot for the majority of the second period. They had a late flurry, and they are currently out shooting Columbia 23-14. The big key for them that period, though, Luke Richardson finding his footing after a couple high-danger scoring chances made their way past him. He's now stopped 9 of his last 10. And on the other side, Cullen, he's given up 2 goals in each period. He's made 21 stops on 23 shots against, so a bit of a barn burner on our hands here tonight. Leading scorers for both teams. Peter Abazis leads all scorers for the Rams with 3 points. He's got 1 goal, 2 assists. Paratori, that's Joe Paratori, and Nick D'Alessandro each have 2 assists. Paratori, the defenseman, has been clutch over their last 2 goals, 2 assists in the second period. Colin Cross scored, Kevin Manzi scored, and Brendan Dixon has found the back of the net. On the other side, it's been the Brandon Avazov show. The Belmore native has 2 tucks, 2 helpers on the night. Cal Robinson, 1 Gino, 1 Apple, as does his teammate, Weston Goodman. And now, as we approach the final period, this one potentially, for all the marbles, of course, could go to overtime, but we'll just have to wait and see. Face off at center. And it's won back by the Rams, and we're underway here in the third period. Dixon entering the zone against Avazov, cutting in, but loses the handle. And Rams now defending in transition as it's fired in by Goodman. Johnny Cotton will chase on the opposite side. He has possession, cutting in with his backhand pass. The front shot, save, rebound. Richardson with a couple key stops that time as he looks to get a victory here. Offsides by Columbia. Tim Basco, the culprit, lead pass to Riberich, coming in one-on-one. Fires shot, turns aside, rebound, and it goes across the blue paint. A golden opportunity for Ian Riberich, making something out of nothing, but it's still a tie game as Dixon tried to cut towards the front. Lost possession. Tim Basco now looking towards Avazov. Coming in, he's forced to chip it off the wall. Racing ahead, it's Cotton. Poked off his stick by Riberich, and he sends it to James Jensen. He curls. Pass across. Brendan Dixon coming in. Under pressure from Cal Robinson. Puck ends up in the skates of an official, and now Jensen gets it. But he gets tied up by Robinson, battling for it. And Columbia, Kinsha sending it up. Puck comes back to Robinson, who chips it in. Heading up ice. Pass is deflected in by Manzi. He chases against Saberwall. Gets a stick on it. Comes away with it. Settles it. In the corner, Abazis. Had it momentarily, battling for it. Columbia looking to come away with it, but the Rams so tenacious along the boards, and they've come back with possession. Puck comes to Manzi in the corner. Shot towards the front. Redirected. Second time. Stopped by Cullen. Abazis has a rebound. Came towards the back door. Couldn't capitalize. Shot sailing over the net as it rolled on the defender, Saccone. Held in by Nick D'Alessandro. Pass, another one. This time intended for Manzi. Play was broken up. Puck now heading the other way. And Rams lead pass. Nick D'Alessandro cutting in against Saberwall. Tied up. And a pass towards the front. And correction, it might actually be Maladrukalo who's out on defense. My apologies. That would be Michael, not Marco. Michael, 10 in black, the defender. Marco, 23 in black, the forward who's in the top 10 in points for the division. Rams looking to get to work, but turnover forced. Puck is sent up and out of the zone. And Saccone collects, goes D to D. Back across, intended for Ferrazzi, and he couldn't get a stick on it well ahead of him, so it's an icing going against the Rams, and Face-off will head all the way back down. Face-off is won by Columbia. Walking in, past the slot, shot, they score! And Columbia retakes the lead. And you gotta cover the man in the slot. The Rams don't, and that's why they end up paying here. They win it back, just a quick pass across. There's no one on the back door. There's no one sliding that way. And Tambasco makes the pass to the slot. Center is nowhere to be seen, and Weston Goodman gets his second of the game. And for the Rams, maybe a bit of a wake-up call here in the third frame. They're going to have to get more shots on net. There's no other way to say it as Cotton enters. Pass intended for Vazov is broken up and now sent up and out of the zone. We get a whistle for offsides. Linesman does a nice job spotting that one. And Weston Goodman from Joe Tambasco and Brandon Vazov. That's the go-ahead goal yet again for Goodman. Columbia has taken the lead multiple times this game, hasn't been able to hold on to it for any extended stretch of time. Puck has been sent in, Merviak to Farazi. And that icing ended up proving critical against them on that goal. Pace coming in 2-on-1, 3-on-1, comes to Farazi, settles it, shot, turned aside, rebound. Puck is beneath the goal line. Pace with possession. Under pressure, Zaffino forces it free. Comes to the point. Merviak stepping in. Shot from cross, and it's gloved by Cullen. The quick glove save from the netminder. And with 16. That says 46, actually. My apologies, but. Face-off is won by Columbia. They look for the zone exit, but turnover in the slot coming in. Tripped up, shot on net goes wide, or shot towards the net goes wide. Jensen on the attack. Comes to Tambasco. His lead pass intended for Vazov. Broken up. Merviak moves it to Riberich. Onside is the call. Shot deflected into netting, and Riberich does a good job keeping his foot on the line as his teammate checks up. Let go of possession right as he entered the zone, and that's why it wasn't an offsides like the Columbia bench wanted. Face-off ends up being won by the Rams narrowly. Paratori trying to keep it in, but it comes to Shulman. He sends it all the way down. We're going to get another whistle, this time for icing with 16:12 remaining in the period. Weston Goodman with back-to-back goals for Columbia. Sandwich right in between that. Face-off, one. Rams looking to settle it, looking for a shot. Turned aside through traffic. And now heading the other way. Columbia looking to settle it. And now puck is loose. It's covered by Richardson. My apologies. Defensive zone draw for the Rams. They've been outshot here. Actually, there's only 2 shots credit for each squad of the period, but after significantly outshooting Columbia in the first 2 periods, shots are 12-11 in favor of Columbia. After the first period, my apologies. Got a bit tripped up there, but as Kensha looks up ice, Rams force a turnover. They enter 3-on-2, but the back check from Liam Murray takes that away as a pass goes all the way across the slot. Abazis collects it off the wall. Drop pass, cutting in. Turnover force, Abazis holds it in. Puck comes down. Manzi with possession. Pulls up, under pressure. Pass, fanned on it, and looking head up ice, it's Avazov with possession. Coming in to the outside, pulls up, pulls in, shot, and he can't actually get it on net. Maintains possession though, under pressure. Makes the pass to Tambasco, but it's just outside his reach and ends up with Goodman. Back to Tambasco. Comes to the point, Zafino, shot, sails wide, picked up by Manzi. Sends it up the wall, puck leaves the zone. Zafino under pressure from Nick D'Alessandro, but uses his size and considerable length to keep the puck with Columbia. Rams now looking up ice. Sent towards the net on a pass. And play is broken up again. Comes towards the net, turnover, Goodman walking in, shot, save, rebound, comes free. Vazov has it, looking for the pass in front, finds it, shot, turned aside by Richardson. The clutch stop from the netminder. Farmingdale can come back and win this one. You can thank that stop as there's an offsides here. A good call by the linesman yet again. Face-off will head all the way down, and actually it's going to come just outside the Columbia zone. Pace in the dot. And Columbia ties that one up, looking to settle it, but can't. Cross gains possession, enters the zone. Chips it in on the other side for Ozzie, will chase. Trying to get to work beneath the goal line, but a turnover by the Rams, and now Pace recovers. Sent towards the net, looking for Ferrazzi, but that pass was broken up low before its intended target. Well, before it reached its intended target, and then a pass to a cutting Merviak shot, save, rebound is free, but we get a whistle as the netminder Cullen kicked this net off the moorings, and we'll get a stoppage with 13:27 remaining. Rams trail by 1 in the third period. You're watching AAU Division II college hockey on the Long Island Sports Network. Face-off is won back by the Rams. Held in by Merviak, walks in, shot redirected wide. Cross chasing after it as Kinsha looking for the clear and can't get it. Kinsha with a blue helmet that has white marks on it. Kind of looks like in all due respect here, a bowling ball. Merviak beneath the goal line, looking for a pass. Moves it back beneath the goal line. Rams trying to get to work on the cycle, but haven't been able to create much as it comes to Paratori. Shot towards the net, redirected wide again, and Merviak races after it, collects, pulls in, shot, ends up going wide. On the attack, it's Avazov. Paratori, correction, that's actually 20, not 26, so that would have been Linder, and Rams have regained control. Puck comes to Ferrazzi, but he can't get a handle on it, so Safino has it, and it's poked off his stick. Puck remains in play, comes to the slot. Rams. Columbia needs to touch it, so appears there's going to be a high sticking going against Farmingdale. Face-off will go all the way down. Columbia refused to touch up. It'll actually come right outside the zone. Face-off is won back by Columbia, but a turnover forced Dixon coming in. Shot, save, rebound. Goes wide. Picked up by Riberich in the corner. Looking to get to work. Moves it to Dixon. Cuts in, shot. Won't go. And a turnover. Columbia heading the other way. Coming in. Trying to split the defense, but Saccone breaks that play up. But Goodman maintains possession. Tried to get to work on a pass to Avazov. That goes awry, and Saberwall holds the line. Gets it to Avazov. Give and go. And then slips past Saberwall. Dixon racing after him. Lifts his stick. Ties him up. Collects in the corner. Under pressure. Looks for the pass to Jensen. Can't find it. Fires a shot. Rebound comes free. Sent towards the net. Play is broken up. A good opportunity, but a whistle, and it appears we have... We'll wait and see what this is here. 11:39 remaining in the frame. Might just be a stoppage for the net coming off, as it has been known to to do here at Syosset. Iceworks, former practice facility of the New York Islanders. That came now coming to the way of Azov, cutting in. Loses the handle, gets a shot on net. Puck is loose. They try and push Richardson to net. We get a whistle and a stoppage here. That comes with 11:29 remaining in the frame. Richardson made the first stop against Azov, but Columbia now gets a change. Dixon remains in the dot. Farmingdale appears to be looking to keep his line on the ice as long as possible. And at this point, who can really blame them as Rams now heading the other way. Late offsides. Rams check up. D'Alessandro cutting towards the slot. Knocked off the puck by Emmer. Rams get a back shot from Abazi's. Stopped. And so they went back to the Manzi, D'Alessandro, Abazi's line, but they've really just been rolling those two for a majority of the period. You've seen some shifts from the pace line, but not a significant amount either. And no Bobby Lane here tonight for the Rams. That's a significant loss. They have some players out of the lineup, but just haven't gotten enough production here tonight. As D'Alessandro shot is gloved by Cullen. He's shut the door here in the third period so far. Face off. Puck wasn't dropped, my apologies. Second time's a charm, and Rams, Manzi, has it poked off his stick, comes out of the zone. And Vazov can't settle it, comes back the other way. Nick D'Alessandro coming in against Tambasco, drops it off. Abazi's cuts in on the backhand, back to D'Alessandro, ends up in his skates, he loses his footing. And puck heads all the way down. It's going to be an icing against Columbia. We'll get another stoppage. Vazov, Cotton, and Goodman up front, and on the back end, Joe Tambasco. And Greg Zafino. Donald Pace out, centering Colin Cross, and Lucas Ferrazzi. Face-off is one back to Arthur Merviak. Goes D-to-D, shot from the point, redirected. High stick, so Ferrazzi won't touch it. Get a stoppage here. 10:28 remaining. And 10:28 remaining in the frame. Rams face off outside. Pace wins it forward. Cross chasing after Zafino, who sends it up the wall of Azov. Gets a stick on it, tries to chip it past Paratori, who's keeping him to the outside nicely, but a turnover as he sends it up the wall. Cotton settles it under pressure. Pass comes to Azov, looking towards Goodman. Slips through his skates and comes out of the zone. Tambasco will chase. Official's gesture, no icing. And now D-to-D, Tambasco sent up the wall. Vazov sends it the rest of the way. Rams, Paratori with possession beneath the goal line, and pass comes to Merviak. Looking up ice, and it's chipped in by Ferrazzi. And now, under pressure, turnover, Sports comes to the slot. Shot turned aside by the toe of Cullen, then sent towards the net by Ferrazzi. Cross beneath the goal line, battling for it. Tambasco enters the fray. 3 Columbia defenders in the corner, but Rams' Colin Cross doing a nice job of pinning the puck here. Just hasn't been able to get it out here, and eventually does. Zafino ends up having it momentarily. And Ferrazzi now regains control, looking for a pass towards the front. Can't find it. D-to-D. Coming in. Shot turned aside. A good stop by Cullen, and Zafino definitely throwing his arm a little bit there. You can kind of see the stiff arm, and, well, knowing how to get away with one there. Does a good job using his size to shield it. Officials probably can't see him basically grabbing the Farmingdale player just because, well, you've seen his hair too. Shot deflected. Not hard to believe an official would lose sight of that looking at that one. Face off, one back by Columbia again. Dixon on the forecheck, but can't force a turnover. Cal Robinson lead pass. Plays broken up in neutral ice. Riberich walking in. Dixon cutting towards the slot, looking for a pass. Ends up getting tied up. And the Rams are just bunching up here along the wall. No real reason for it. Just not really a lot of great puck movement here. That leads to a turnover, and then blowing a tire, it's Michael D'Alessandro. Turnover forced. Columbia has it. Pass towards the slot. Shot. Save Richardson. And now it's really just after a first period where you outshoot your opponent 14-4, Rams are just unable to get anything going offensively. And I wish there was, not trying to sound harsh when I say it, but really nothing more to say. And the face-off tied up. Won by the Rams eventually, but a turnover along the wall. Vazov coming in. Looking to Michigan, can't actually get enough on it. And to be quite honest with you, I understand the desire to do it, but I've seen freshmen pull that off in high school hockey, so. If you're gonna do it, you better complete the move. Ross gets it. Puck comes to Pace. He enters. Shot towards the front. Rams can't cash in on the rebound. Comes up the wall. Cross can't settle it. Rolls onto Vazov. Breaks free. 2-on-1 now. Coming in. And it's poked off his stick. A strong defensive play, but Vazov regains possession. Cutting towards the slot. Still has it. And probably should have drawn a penalty there as a Rams player pulled at his jersey and gets a shot off right in the breadbasket of Richardson. The Rams come back to win this one. And you didn't necessarily think you'd be saying this in the first period. It's going to be because of Luke Richardson. And, you know, there were a lot of high danger chances against. In that first frame, but Farmingdale really just not generating a ton of quality offensive chances. And in their own zone, they're completely unable to find an answer to Vazov as Zavina holds that end of the line. And really right now, you've had the Vazov line has driven possession, and when he's not out on the ice, Tambasco and Zafino have pretty much shut the door on any opportunity for the Rams, and now you can see Zafino coming in, using his size and speed to shield there, and again, might have deserved to draw a penalty that time as he gets kind of held up there, but officials wisely decide to let them play because if you called everything you saw in an AAU game, it would never end, you know. Zafino's pass ends up being deflected, goes all the way down. Rams just completely lost track of that one. Agavino now with possession, looking up ice. Pass comes across, and it ends up leading to a turnover of Azanov. Coming in, shot turned aside. And Brandon Azanov at the top of his game gets another shot off, he scores. And back-to-back goals of Azanov completes the hat trick. Rams fall behind by 2, and Vazanov driving. This all starts because of a errant pass on a change. That pass coming from Agavino, and then you get that 5-hole shot, and you really can't fault Luke Richardson there. He's made the first, second, and third save throughout the last 35 minutes, and you know, you look at some of those opportunities in the first period, a shorthanded breakaway in particular that stands out, a 2-on-1, 2-on-2, and Rams are just, they can't get anything going. And the face-off is won back by Farmingdale, but as they go D to D, puck flutters, nearly turned it over there. Now Manzi enters, drop pass to Pace, coming in. Looking towards the front, redirected, goes just wide. Manzi can't settle it. And Robinson forcing a turnover. D-to-D pass. Columbia looking for the clear. They get it. Puck comes up out of the zone. Cotton sends it in. And now Cross just did not put enough on that. Tried to make the one-handed pass to Manzi, and that ends up being broken up. Cotton heading the other way, and now it's a potential 2-on-1 for Columbia. Pass across, broken up, but a poke check nearly leads to another turnover in the slot now. Rams have numbers if they hurry, but just another errant pass, and Cross is going to have to recover, but he can't get the zone entry. And now the Rams enter, coming in, pace, tries to slip through 3 defenders. Puck comes free, shot, save. Sakolin's second attempt, backhand, goes across the blue paint again, and that's just the type of night Farmingdale's been having. When they do manage to create in transition, they don't get the rebound. And a turnover force, and Kinsha sends that one in. You don't often see, or don't ever see players with specialty designs on their helmet. Kinsha appears to be the exception to that rule as Vazanov enters, but puck leaves as soon as he does. Brandon Vazov, the engine of this Columbia team, as that puck is sent the length of the ice. We get a whistle and a stoppage with 4:32 remaining. Rams trail by 2 on the Long Island Sports Network. 4:31 remaining in the period, and after falling behind in the first period, they retook the lead, and they haven't regained it since. They've tied it up a couple times, but after the intermission, they've given up 2 unanswered. They now trail by 2, and DeBazis has it. Pulls up, pass, give and go, won't go, as Dixon can't thread the needle on that one. Comes to the point, Merviak walks in to the half wall. Dixon shot, not entirely sure where he was trying to put that one. Almost took a Bozzi's head off. He's fortunate it was deflected from that perspective, and as the puck leaves his own territory, trying to reset, got the zone entry. Bozzi's takes a hit from Zaffino, and both players go crashing down to the ice, and Merviak shot. Dixon settles it, and he banks it in off the goaltender, Cullen. Brendan Dixon, when it matters most, the captain, coming up clutch. It's a 1-goal game, and you gotta, like we've been saying on the broadcast all night, and I say we even though it's one-man show here tonight, but Brendan Dixon banking it in off the back of Cullen, and if you're the Columbia netminder, you gotta hold your pipe there. There's really no other way to say it. There's no nicer way to say it. When you don't hold your pipe, that's when those type of goals happen. In today's game, at any level, you just can't do that. Not gonna work out well. We have a timeout now. I believe this has been called by the Rams. Correction, timeout called by Columbia, and I guess their coaching staff wants to get ahead of this one as they've given up 1 goal. They still lead by 1, but that last one by Brendan Dixon, assisted by Arthur Merviak. It's the Rams' first goal of the period. Ian Ribberich also being credited for the assist. And Brandon Avazov having a hat trick and 3 assists, 6 points on the night. He's been absolutely dominant, but Brendan Dixon tallies his 2nd of the night, and the league leader in assists doesn't have an apple here tonight, but Eugenos, only player on Farmingdale, multiple goals. And without Matthew Heinzen, without Bobby Lane, they've had some injuries, but it's when you're short, when you're down bodies, that's when you really realize what type of team you have here. Can the Rams overcome the absences, or are they going to fall short? And they have 3:40 remaining to decide that as Richardson gloves it but doesn't grasp it. Paratori now looking up ice. Looking for the stretch pass, can't find it. Ends up moving it to cross, and it's sent all the way down. Zaffino on it. Sends it up the wall, Merviak pinches. Fans on it. Avazov rather, coming in. Tries split the defender, has possession. Shot turned aside by Richardson. Sent up and out of the zone, Rams chasing after it. But Cotton recollects, sends it in, he'll chase and wins the race. Merviak trying to box him out. He does. Pass comes across. They enter the zone. Manzi looks to slip through. Has a partial breakaway shot. Turned aside. Net comes off when we get a whistle. A key opportunity there for the Rams, and you got to give some credit to the defenseman there. Great stretch pass to Manzi, who then comes in, breaks free, slips by Tambasco, and probably should have drawn a penalty there for slashing because he got whacked right on the ankle there. And again, our officials do a great job. Obviously, we have a better vantage point up here than they do. For some of these, we have a better vantage point. For others, not as much. We've seen some tough decisions made. It's actually surprising. Rams have only been called for a couple penalties. Dixon comes in, has it taken off a stick by Sfino, comes up to D'Alessandro. He whiffs on a shot. We've seen more than a few of those from the Rams here tonight as Vazov gets the clear but can't maintain possession. Just one penalty against the Rams here tonight. And for a team that leads their entire conference in penalty minutes, a bit of a surprise. Definitely a silver lining they can take, but going 1 for 3 on the power play put a bit of a dampener on that as puck ends up sputtering out around the face-off dot in the Rams zone. Sent up the wall. That goes Araya Vazov with possession. Saccone steps up, breaks the play up, looks across. Dixon coming in. Walks in against Tambasco. Has it poked off his stick. Strong effort on the back check. And the puck is batted down, goes back in. Delayed offsides. And now Vazov sends it back in. Richardson will settle it for Mike D'Alessandro, who looks up ice. Has a Boz. He's on the far side, but he's remained behind his cage, just holding it. And with 1:35 remaining, you really don't have time to spare. So Brendan Dixon comes in, tries to take over. Cotton takes the angle away because Dixon's starting out flat-footed. So it's been sent back in. Nandon on the attack. And now D'Alessandro can't settle it. Columbia has possession again. And the Rams trail by 1. They're going to have to settle this one down. If they can't, they're not going to be able to tie this game. Saccone on the reversal. Just no one there, not looking. And the Rams send it up the wall and just sent up there by frustration. And you can see it on the ice as a big hit by D'Alessandro. Now Saccone battling for it. A minute remaining in regulation. Of Azov with the puck, cutting towards the net, looking for a shot. Finds it, turned aside by Richardson. Puck is loose in the slot, still there. Battling for it, they score! Columbia! Brandon Avazov! 3 goals wasn't enough, that's 4. Rams in disarray in the last minute and a half or so, and another turnover. They can't clear out the front. They have 4 guys in front of Columbia's 3, and sometimes less is more. You get bunched up, nobody can settle the puck, and Avazov tallies another one. Rams now with 51 seconds remaining, Dixon heads off the ice with his line. So line change for Farmingdale. And looks like, as it stands, Avazov sends that one in, takes a hit from Manzi. 40 seconds remaining, lead pass, comes to Pace, to Manzi, trying to slip through the defense, comes back to Pace, shot, turned aside, redirected on the backhand door, but sends it wide, sent towards the front, and Rams regain control. Pace with possession, trying to reset, he's under pressure, cuts free, walks in, pass across, looking for the shot, and he's inexplicably holding it there, and that cuts some time off, and then turnover, puck comes out in the neutral zone. Some nice looks from Pace there, but the Rams just not looking towards the net, kept looking for the pass. That was the story of the game with 5 seconds remaining. Rams won't get a shot off. Columbia holds on, they get the win. They advance to 5 and 5 on the season. Almost at 5 on 5, my apologies. And Rams will drop their 6th game of the year in conference play. 11, 6, and 1. I don't know that we mentioned their last 5 coming in tonight, but they were 2, 2, and 1 in their last 5, having dropped this one. Their last win has come all the way back in November 19th. And there's going to be some discussions in that locker room. Doesn't take a mind reader to know that one. Thank you so much for watching on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for all Farmingdale State College Rams action. Jack Ziskin on the call for tonight. On behalf of the entire crew here, I'd like to thank you for joining us. And we'll be right back at Northwell tomorrow for another D2 game. Hope you can join us for that one, and we can hope for a better result. Have a great night, everyone.